What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to do a little bit of a collection video. So back in 2012, Nike took over the NFL license from Reebok and has been the sole provider for NFL jerseys until present, and I believe they have the contract until 2028. So you're going to see Nike logos on the sleeve of your football jerseys for a very long time. And when Nike took over, they went extreme with the performance base. So at first they started off with the Nike Elite 51, which was the first authentic that the NFL players were wearing. And you'll see some of those in my collection. And now they have the second generation Nike Elite Authentics, which is now a little bit different. You see the ribbed cuffs on the sleeves and you see the hem on the back of the jersey. So you have two generations of Elite jerseys since Nike took over in 2012. We're gonna go over some of these, and I also have a few limited jerseys as well. And limited jerseys are a great option for you guys to look into, especially since the Elite jerseys are super expensive. So with that being said, let's take a look. I don't have a ridiculous amount of jerseys from the 2012 to present time period, but I do have enough to make this video fun at least. So let's get on to it, all right? So the first thing we're gonna show you is, this is a Nike limited jersey, Tom Brady. You have the stitch on the red here, and then you have the 100th anniversary logo on the chainmail that you see here as well. So the limited, again, this is the $150 version, and you get embroidered Nike logos on the sleeve, as you can see here, and you get stitching on the twill and embroidering on the jersey as well. So definitely a nice jersey to rock. And then you have your nameplate back there, and then as you can see that Y, you'll see a bunch of these later on the Authentics and now the limiteds as well. So this is my first jersey that I'm showing you, and then let's get on to the others. Another Tom Brady limited jersey. This is the alternate that you would see in the red. Again, classic jersey. Definitely would love to have this in the authentic. You have that almost kiss cut styling on the limited jerseys. So super clean, super dope. You have, again, that Nike embroidery on the sleeves. So definitely dope. This is a XXL on the jock tag. And they keep that same style jock tag on the limited jerseys, except with the actual size of the jersey. So a limited jersey would have a 2XL or XL versus a 48 and a 52 on the authentic Elites. All right, so this is the game version. So this was the Super Bowl in which the Chiefs won with Pat Mahomes. And the game version has a screen heat applied graphics onto it. So if you can see, let me try to put it a little closer. So as you can see here, you still have a layer of heat applied graphics on there on the game. I believe there's a version actually below this one in which they have sublimated graphics. So it's nothing heat applied, nothing that they can mess up on. And then on the jock tag for this one, you have an XL, but they got rid of that sheen and that satin jock tag that you would see on the limited and the Elites. So that is the Pat Mahomes game jersey. We have an authentic Tom Brady Bucs jersey, size 52. These are not only authentic Elites, but these also are Vapor Untouchables. So that more explains the size, how the jersey fits and how the jersey's tailored. So the Vapor Untouchable is supposed to be a slimmer, more athletic fit. There are some limited jerseys that are Vapor Untouchable. So that's the $150 jersey. If you see in the description saying Vapor Untouchable, that means that particular limited jersey has a more athletic cut or more slim fit. If you don't see it, then it's supposed to not have that. Sometimes companies add it onto the website in the description. Sometimes they don't. So there's that. But this is an Elite Vapor Untouchable, and you see the ribbed cuffs And one of the differences you'll also see is a patch Nike sign. So all the Nike signs will have patchwork. And again, you have a little bit more stitching on the elite jerseys, and on the elite jerseys, you'll have that waterproof material. So if you sprinkle water on here, it's supposed to pebble up. It's not supposed to sink into your fabric or material. And that's that. so that is that. And then again, on the back of the jersey, you got that Y seam here. And as you can see here, this is a kiss cut. So just trying to explain it to you. This is a kiss cut with the white twill being the underneath. You have the orange stitched on top of that. And then you have the black stitched as well. And then the outer layer is also black stitched. So there's a lot going on with this design, especially for the Bucs. Some jerseys are a lot more simple than this, but this one's a little bit more detailed as far as the stitching. All right, so let's go on to the next one. We have J.J. Watt. This is an authentic elite. Again, you have that patch on the sleeve. So something to pay attention to. You have on the 51s, you have that pearlized NFL logo, and on the newer ones you have that metallic NFL logo. So if I can show you the differences, this is the metallic NFL logo, and then this is the pearlized NFL logo. All right, you have your Texans across, and what's dope about the Texans across, on the T, on the E, and on the A, you get the like little horns. So that's super sick. Definitely a dope jersey. That huge 99 and that kiss cut, perfectly done. But as you can see here, this one's a lot different. You have that nameplate nice and clean. Such a dope jersey. You have the jock tag on this one here. So super sick. And that's J.J. Watt. I have another limited jersey for you. So this is Eli Manning. You have the limited chainmail. Again, that metallic silver NFL logo. You have your red stitching and the blue inside. You have that metallic jock tag. Incredible jersey. Definitely dope. Eli Manning. So now this one is a legend jersey. This is something I've showed before in one of my videos explaining elites and limiteds and game jerseys. So this is like a retired version of a game jersey. Nothing crazy. Deion Sanders, one of my favorite players of all time. You have a nameplate as well on the back. And then you have your jock tag. So this is more similar to the Pat Mahomes that I had showed you guys earlier in this video. Number 21 with heat applied graphics pressed on. So pretty cool stuff. So one of my favorite NFL giant players of all time, as you guys know or may not know, I'm a Jet fan first. I have a few Jet jerseys, Revis, Curtis Martin, but this is the Reebok era. But one of my favorite newer giant players is Victor Cruz. Being, believe he's half Puerto Rican. Me coming from Puerto Rican descent, of course, I have to always shout that out. But just a fantastic player. Somebody that didn't rely on extreme athleticism that you see these other wide receivers are just completely gifted with. He relied on hard work. He relied on skill. He had great hands. And for his time period, made an impact on the Giants. Won a Super Bowl. But then you have his authentic jersey here. Again, that Nike patch. That clean New York. Now, on this jersey, this is, again, the Elite 51. You have that fly wire with the pearlized white NFL shield. Victor Cruz, dope. That 80s clean. So, always will be a part of my collection. And as we keep it going, we have another fantastic jersey for you guys. This is Big Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, fantastic player. Let me show you the jock tag. So this one, I was able to get customized with the 40th anniversary patch. I had somebody put that on for me. And certain players and certain NFL teams actually want to keep their more traditional look. So they stay away from the flywire, which is why you'll see the Pittsburgh Steelers jerseys without it during a certain time period. I think eventually they got onto it. You'll actually see some teams stay away from the flywire and certain things on the NFL jerseys. You have your Nike patch right there. Just a great, phenomenal jersey. Again, the mesh. This is the Elite 51. Super clean, as you can see there. So definitely dope. Take a look at that Steelers emblem. Sick. All right. And then we have another great quarterback. We have Russell Wilson. You have that number 12 for the 12th man. So the 12th man, if you guys don't know about that, that's the Seattle fans. They're so crazy and make so much noise that they play a role and they're part of the team, which I think is a nice little hint for NFL teams to show appreciation to their fans. But this one has a little bit more than usual on your NFL jersey. So you have your Seahawks on the left shoulder. And this is kind of like a heat applied graphic with the Seahawks cut out. Then you have the captain's patch I had put on. And then you have your NFL shield with the flywire. But I want to show you, we have the jock tag. But I want to show you the 3. So you have that neon on the 3, and then you have the graphic. I don't know what this graphic, if it has a name for the graphic, but you have the graphic inside the twill, which is always a nice look for this jersey. You have your Wilson on the back, your huge number 3, really dope. Just a sick jersey. That is this jersey. So Russell Wilson, authentic elite. So I showed you earlier Victor Cruz and that Elite 51. This is the newer elite jerseys and that Odell Beckham. Of course, Odell Beckham, when you're talking Odell Beckham and the Giants, he may have not reached his full potential. Probably made one of the sickest catches in NFL history. So this jersey, of course, I try to get these jerseys on the cheap end of things. I think I got this jersey for about $60 or $70 off of Fanatics. Sometimes Fanatics have really low prices. Sometimes they shoot back up. If it's getting close to NFL season, they're not going to have the prices that you would probably like. But on the off season, in the middle of summer, you're definitely going to see these NFL jerseys go much lower in price. So this is Odell Beckham authentic with the ribbed cuffs. You have that Nike patch there. Such a dope jersey, clean. So that's that. We have a Hall of Fame player, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And we're talking number 82 for the Dallas Cowboys in that navy. Such a sick jersey. And as you can see here, you have the white stitching and the blue stitching on this with the kiss cut. You see that Cowboys, just super dope with the metallic silver NFL logo. You have Witten on the back with the 82. Your stars. This is also a screen print graphic, but it's cut out. So definitely dope. Number 82. One of my most controversial jerseys. So this jersey is a jersey I got for cheap again. And this is something a little bit more beyond football at this point. And you can hate it or love it. It is what it is. I'm not going to debate. I don't give a fuck about what you think. But at the time period, I just wanted to represent what was right or wrong. And listen, he's made mistakes, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, he also was shining light on certain things that now the players have more voice to shine light for. Right? And I think he kind of paved that way. So with that being said, I'm not going to get too crazy into the political shit because that's not what I do here. But with that being said, I want to show you this guy's jersey. So we have a Colin Kaepernick jersey. Definitely dope. You had that beautiful 7. And if we're talking football, he did have a couple of great years. Of course, they lost in the Super Bowl to the Ravens, and that was a tough loss. You have your 49ers across. So definitely a dope jersey. You have your Nike patch. And yeah, so that's one of my authentic elite jerseys. Now we're going to get to one of my favorite players. Now I'm going to get to another Hall of Fame caliber player. This is a wide receiver and one of the best wide receivers in the last 10 years easily. You have Julio Jones. You have the ribbed cuffs. This is the older Falcon style. Of course, they now moved on to a different style. You have the Falcon patch here. You have your Jones here. And as much as I like the red one, because the red one's really nice, and again, you can find these now cheap since Julio Jones is going elsewhere. The white one's my favorite one out of the bunch. Julio Jones, that 11, nice and stitched. That beautiful nameplate. So, sick jersey. I love the style of this jersey. Brings back my Michael Vick days and that Reebok jersey with Michael Vick. In fact, speaking of Mike Vick, look how close these look. So, definitely dope on that end. Okay. I had a lot more Nike jerseys than I thought I did. So, let's see. Who should I show next? Okay. So, we're talking cornerbacks. We're talking some of the greatest cornerbacks to ever play. Deion, Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson, Darrelle Revis, man. Darrelle Revis, to me, in my opinion, there was about a 5-year window where Darrelle Revis was maybe the greatest cornerback I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot. When you're guarding and mirroring the best receivers ever to play the game and giving them 2 catches for 15 yards, he was doing that night in and night out every Sunday. But I will say, as far as newer cornerbacks, this is not only one of my favorite cornerbacks, but most talented cornerbacks that I've seen in the game. Another definite Hall of Famer. And you should catch these on Fanatics. I'm even put the link for you down below. I get a little chump change if you want to click the link. Cool, great. But Patrick Peterson, man. So we got Patrick Peterson here in the red. Got these from Fanatics for the low ski, about $100 each. Brand new with tags. You have your Cardinals. Of course, he's going to Minnesota. So all of these jerseys are now going to be much more available and at a cheaper price. You see the Cardinals across. So I'm going to throw these here for the moment. And then my favorite one out of the two is the black one, man. The black one is super fire. You have the red stitching, kiss cut. Such a sick jersey. These jerseys, although I recently purchased these jerseys have a production date from 2013. So there's that. So that's how long Fanatics had these jerseys in whatever station that they're at. So that is Patrick Peterson. We're going to go with another Hall of Fame quarterback for you guys. Matter of fact, is this my last of the bunch? Okay. So we're almost nearing the end. We're going on a 20-minute video. And this is the last of the bunch, all right? I have about another 7 jerseys to go. I'm doing this in extreme heat. I'm sick. So everybody just take a pause. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that because I'm doing this for y'all. I don't have to be doing this. I could have waited till September when it's much cooler. But I decided to record this video so you guys can enjoy some NFL jerseys during the preseason going into the season, all right? So let's go with this one. So we have an elite quarterback, just won MVP. We have Aaron Rodgers, right? So again, I'm mentioning this because I want to see the production date. Hold on. Give me a second. So this is just so you guys can see it, this is a 2019. You might not be able to see it. Okay. We'll take my word for it, right? This is a 2019 jersey. That's the production date. But as you can see on the collar, they didn't put the fly wire. They didn't put the chain mail on it because the Packers want to keep their traditional look. So when I showed you guys the Ben Roethlisberger, again, some NFL teams opt out, want to keep a more traditional football look. So this is why you'll see that, all right? So as we get into the jersey, this doesn't have the materials of the Elite. This is like an old school jersey, which is so dope to me. And the next one I'm going to show you is the same exact way. So this jersey is made like old school Nike from mid-90s. I have a Charles Woodson throwback, 90s, like 90s era. But this is like that 90s, mid-90s to late 90s where Nike actually did have NFL licensing for certain teams. I believe the Broncos, the Raiders, off the top of my head, maybe the Dolphins. So this has that type of style material to it, which I love. So as we take a look at the back, you have your nameplate and then the mesh. This is real football mesh. This isn't your elite vapor knit stuff. This is actual football mesh. It's not really stretched. This is real football stuff. So this actually gives me a lot of a throwback jersey feel. So shout out to the Packers for keeping it OG. And then you have your metallic silver NFL logo. You have your twill, definitely dope. You have your ribbed cuffs on that. So super fire. And then to keep it OG and keep it Rodgers, we had to give you the gold and navy joint. This is their throwback jersey. You have the paralyzed Nike logo. You have Rodgers on the back. Again, made very similar to that one. You have real NFL mesh material. This one actually puts spandex on the side trim. Oh, shit. Hold on one second. My shit's falling. So, hold on one second. So, back to the regular schedule program. So, here you have the Rodgers in that gold and yellow. Super dope. And you have the spandex on this side. You can see a little hint for a couple of you guys. This gray little piece is actually in a lot of the elites, the 51s though. So the first generation. So just to show you that, I'll show you a couple of more of them. So if you have a little gray piece underneath the slab, it's a good indication that you have an authentic licensed jersey. So that's one thing I want to put out there. But yeah, this jersey is fantastic. You had that dazzle on the yellow, which is so nice. You have the mesh holes across the jersey, that single twill. Super fire jersey. I'm going to put this up here so you guys can take a look at that. But that is my Rodgers collection, right? Now, we're going to go to another Hall of Fame quarterback. All right. Just retired. One Super Bowl in 2006. So that's an indicator if you guys... Is it 2006? I mean, it could have been 2006. That's an indicator if you guys know your history as far as Super Bowls. Hope I'm right. But he won in the 2000s, beat Peyton Manning. And this is Drew Brees. This is an authentic, elite Drew Brees jersey. Fantastic jersey. You have the gold with the white, the chainmail. So sick. And I needed a Brees in the collection, man. Tried to find a Reebok, and it's so tough to find. So I went with the next best thing and got a newer version of his jersey. So that is that. Let me show you the jock tag. The beautiful jock tag. All right. So that is Drew Brees. Okay. And then we're going to go to another Hall of Fame quarterback. Probably the greatest quarterback ever. Probably the greatest football player ever. Probably. It's tough. It's tough to debate. But we got to go Tom Brady with the Navy Patriots. This is Patriots as I can remember when they used to kick my Jets' ass. So, being a huge Jet fan, I used to watch every game. I used to go to games every year with my dad. And we were the reason why the dynasty started. So, Mo Lewis cracks Drew Bledsoe on the sidelines. And he's done. Drew Bledsoe, I think, had internal bleeding. He was a mess. And Drew Bledsoe was good. He took them to the Super Bowl in '96 against the Packers. So this kid, Tom Brady, comes in. They won the Super Bowl that year. Yeah. And that's how it started. So somehow my Jets are always a part of the losing cycle. But here you have the 12, nicely done. Everything nicely done. I mean, just a super dope jersey. And when I talk about different fabrics on the shoulder, you have the grays of fabric here as well. So just a really, really, really nice jersey. And that is Tom Brady. Okay. Now we're going to keep it Tom Brady. And this one's a little funky, but I love showing this one because it always throws people off. So before the Bucs came to the red and white jerseys, they actually had these jerseys for a little bit in their arsenal. And on Fanatics, you were able to customize this jersey for about $100, and you can only get current players. Of course, you could put your own name and number on it, but you could also get current players on the jersey. So I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. So I was able to put Brady on this, and this isn't a stitch. This is an applicable twill, but it has like reflections and all types of crazy stuff on the twill, which is dope. So this is like heat applied on, and then this is stitched on, and then the same goes for the 12 on top. The Bucs is a patch sewn on. Again, you have that sewn on Nike symbol. They're using the Elite style on the body, but they go with the ribbed cuffs on the sleeve, which is dope. So this is definitely a jersey. If I decide to whip it out, pause, put it this way, I don't think anybody's going to have this jersey. So the fact that it's a Bucs jersey, he's won a Super Bowl with the Bucs, and I got this style of jersey, I think it's pretty dope. So if I ever seen the red one, I'll do the red one as well. So that is why this jersey exists. All right. So we're going to keep it moving. And of course, speaking of terrific Tom, you have the white Super Bowl jersey. I mean, again, you have a bunch of stitching on here, which is so sick and so dope. That classic. I wore this for the Super Bowl. Man, this is just a nice jersey. Sick jersey. So glad to have it in the arsenal. The GOAT, Tom Brady. And we're getting to the last player. So I'm gonna show you guys. Let me wipe off the sweat for a little bit. Hold on. Now I know how Mighty Fan feels like. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys who I think is the best player in the NFL currently. Here we go. Pat Mahomes, man. Pat Mahomes. So one of these are an authentic. One of these are a limited jersey. I'll let you see which is which. Which one do you think? All right. So we'll start with the limited jersey. So the limited jersey, great jersey. You have your Lamar Hunt patch. You have your stitching. You have the yellow and red twill. Mahomes stitched on the nameplate. The nameplate itself is dope. You have the double XL jock tag. So definitely a great jersey. And then as we get to the authentic, you have the white authentic jersey. So what I had to do for this jersey is get it customized. I used a 30% off discount, applied it to the custom jersey. and was able to make a Pat Mahomes jersey out of the customized jersey. First off, it came great. So you have your Mahomes on the nameplate. You have your 15. The only thing that is slightly inaccurate to how Mahomes wears it is this is actually a double stitch, double layered twill. Where the Mahomes jersey, and I'm going to show you an authentic one. This is my last jersey, the next one. The actual one that he wears is a kiss cut. So you'll see a red twill kiss cut with yellow stitching, all right? So this one is actually double stitched on the 15. You have the yellow as the bottom layer and then the red as your upper layer. And then you have sublimated, embedded into the cloth. So that's always kind of nice. You have your Nike stitched symbol there, your chainmail NFL logo on the chest, and then on the shoulders, you have your numbers as well. So just to give you guys, so you see that double stitch there, right? Phenomenal jersey. The white Mahomes jersey you don't see too often. I think I seen it once for retail, and then they sold. These guys sell like crazy. So, of course, his popularity, the white jerseys seem to be a little bit more rare. So, the combination of both. But, fantastic jersey, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to show you his red away jersey. Now, this is the jersey, I mean, he won a Super Bowl in. This is the jersey you see the Chiefs mostly in. But this is the kiss cut. So, how you have the white twill with the yellow stitching. This is probably how his white jersey is with the yellow stitching with the red twill. All right. So again, fantastic jersey. Mahomes nameplate. So nice. So this is fire. And that is that, man. I wasted your life for about 30 plus minutes. Hope you guys forgive me for doing such things. Yeah, let's put this as a thumbnail because this is dope. So boom shakalaka. Yeah, no, I'm glad to show you my collection. These are all the newer Nike jerseys in my collection. And eventually I'm going to show you guys my entire NFL collection, and I'll do it this year, hopefully within the next month or so. It's way too hot to be showing any more collection videos. So I'm actually going to wait on showing collection videos until then. And on that note, guys, I'm out. Peace. We out.